All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome to my channel. This is actually my first post on the New York Jets on this channel. So if you guys are actually tuning in for the first time, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate you guys for tuning in. But today we're going to talk about something that I feel like is very, very important, especially in this era of Jets football with Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn just basically cleaned house. He cut a lot of coaches off of his roster. And to be honest, even though last year was an absolute disaster, and if I'm being completely real, I don't completely believe in Aaron Glenn as our head coach of the future. Right now, the ball is in his hands. He has an opportunity. He's obviously staying. So I'm more so looking to see how can he actually get better as a coach and actually move this thing forward. And there was only one scenario in which I can actually see, even though it's a long shot, Aaron Glenn actually being a good head coach for the New York Jets, and that is to completely change his philosophies, change his mindset, his approach to everything. And I do believe that people can grow and change over time. So a move like this is very, very important. At first, I was getting a little nervous because I wasn't seeing a lot of changes. And if he tried to go into the new year doing the same thing he did last year, it was going to be a catastrophe. So let me just call off the names of the list of names of people that he fired. He fired quarterbacks coach Charles London, who I was waiting for. I don't understand why he was a quarterback coach to begin with. Passing game coordinator Scott Turner, defensive line coach Eric Washington, linebackers coach Aaron Curry, and 2 defensive assistant coaches. And it's also been reported that even though Tanner Armstrong is still coming back, his roles and responsibilities might be changing. And I mean, I have mixed feelings about that. I feel like last year we didn't really, I feel like if anybody got the shortest end of the stick last year, was Tanner Armstrong. Having to work with Justin Fields and then Brady Cook, I feel like we didn't really get to see who he is as an offensive coordinator. But obviously Aaron Glenn saw him every day on a day-to-day basis, and there were things that he didn't like, so he might be making changes in that area. I know he loves him enough to still have him on the staff. I feel like Tanner Armstrong is very creative. A lot of the plays, the concepts, the things that I would see receivers get open, or concepts that I liked. And even his mentality in certain areas, running certain trick plays even though they didn't ultimately work, being aggressive at certain times. I personally liked some of the things that I saw. I just feel like it's hard to really judge an offensive coordinator when you have that type of lineup at the QB position. Not trying to be disrespectful to anybody in the NFL. So at the end of the day, I'm just trusting that, or not even just trust, I'm hoping that Aaron Glenn is right on this one, and we bring in someone who is really established, understands how to call plays, but also understands how to develop a quarterback. I know we got rid of our quarterback coach, so I'm hoping that we bring on someone to this offensive staff that is able to just help Tanner Armstrong out, deliver the message to the players the way it needs to be delivered. And then ultimately, if Tanner Armstrong is no longer calling plays, someone that's able to execute his playbook, because I do feel like Tanner Armstrong is a very, very creative mind, and is someone that we can benefit for being on the offensive coaching staff. As far as defensively, again, like I said, this is Aaron Glenn's biggest opportunity to turn things around. I think if it was up to me, you got to go out swinging. I understand we're looking into Wink Martindale, but if I'm being completely honest, that is not someone that I'm extremely excited about getting the position or getting the defensive coordinator job, mainly because I feel like he's outdated, and also I didn't like his defense at Michigan. He reminds me of Greg Williams, like a lot of blitzing. He might disguise some blitzes, so which could be cool, but honestly, whenever his Michigan defenses faced like potent offenses in college football, they were getting cooked. So I don't see him coming into the New York Jets and really changing things. If anything, I see him coming in and bringing in more drama. But if he is hired, I'm gonna buy in. I'm going to root for him. I'm gonna hope that he is everything that we're looking for. He's the old Wink Martindale's back when he was with the Giants, he had a good run, or with the Ravens or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know who you guys want for defensive coordinator. But all in all, I feel like this is positive news for the Jets. I know a lot of us don't want Aaron Glenn at the helm, but here's the reality. He's here. And I don't want to sit around and root for us to suck just to get Arch Manning in 2027. A year ago, everybody was saying that the last quarterback class was trash and that we needed to tank for a quarterback. Look at where we're at now. It was only Mendoza and everybody else. So I would prefer us to get things together. I would like to see Aaron Glenn turn things around, because that is our best chance to success. Our best chance to success is not to suck again next year. We have a lot of cap space, a lot of draft picks. I'm hoping that we hit on those draft picks and Aaron Glenn turns things around by putting the right coaches around him. If he wants to be a CEO and run the team as a pure CEO, it's important that he has dogs around him as coaches. So if I'm Aaron Glenn, I'm especially on the defensive coordinator side, I don't really want Wink Martindale. I would look into people that are underrated. Like, he already had, Aaron Glenn was a defensive coordinator, so why not take a risk? Why not bring somebody, a creative mind out of college football? Why not look for an assistant coach somewhere on somebody's coaching staff, someone none of us even knows about or is talking about? Just throw a dart at the wall, get creative, and also get involved in the defense. So I know Aaron Glenn is not gonna see this, but come on, bro, you was a DB, you was a defensive coordinator, do what you need to do. So with that being said, I don't want to talk y'all ear off too much, but I'm really excited about these changes. I feel like this is a step in the right direction for the Jets. Y'all let me know down below what you guys think the Jets should do to improve their team, what defensive coaches are on your radar, what defensive coordinators are on your radar, and also what offensive coaches you guys feel like would be a great fit for the New York Jets, because I'm really interested in who they're going to bring in to help propel us. Because honestly, come on, 15 years, no playoffs. We got to do something. With that being said, I'm out. Love y'all. Catch y'all in the next one.